Perth.
Thank you. Look, it is with pleasure that I second this motion. The Square Kilometre Array has been a project that I have been very familiar with over many years, being a West Australian project. And I have to say that to date, that it has enjoyed bipartisan support, both at a state and federal level, and certainly the government I was a minister of in Western Australia really put in some very substantial funding into getting this project up and running, and I'm pleased to say that that has been continued by the Barnett government. It is, and of course, it's a project with which there has been very significant investment under the Labor years federally. Because, of course, as well as having the array, one needs to have the computing facilities that are necessary to make that array, to allow us to exploit that extraordinary amount of data, astronomical data, that we are receiving. And we invested some $80 million in the Pawsey Centre in 2009. That was the development of the supercomputing facility. And in 2012, we invested some $18.8 million to make sure that Australian firms and research institutes were able to get involved in these SKA projects, because it is absolutely fundamental that we provide the capacity for our scientists, for our research institutions and for our industry to be able to leverage into this project. And there were a whole variety of private sector people like RPC Technologies, Oricon Australia, that were assisted to get involved, as well as obviously the research outfits like the CSIRO, the International Centre for Radio Astronomy Research, and Swinburne University, that were capacitated by this grant of money to ensure that we were part of this project. Now, of course, we've got the next big hurdle that we are going to meet is, of course, the funding that will be required of Australia for us to participate in the next phase in the area of the SKA, the portion of the SKA that we have been has been awarded to Australia. As members will know, it has been divided between Australia and South Africa. Now, that is estimated that those contributions that are required are in the order. Australia's contribution is estimated to be in the order of about 100 million euros, or around current exchange rates, probably about $130 million. So that will be a contribution that Australia has to make, and we do hope that we do see the government of the federal government being prepared to step up to the plate. We're a little bit pessimistic because we've seen the $836 million that has been taken out of science and research and development that in the current budget, with a cut to the CSIR alone of $114 million. So I'm sure the member who moved this motion is very sincere in her commitment to science, and indeed I believe the Minister for Industry and Technology is also committed, and I enjoy attending the Parliamentary Friends of Science events with them. But I think we've got to do more than just talk the talk. There has to be a preparedness to invest in this science and technology, and you would one can only say, looking at what has happened in the budget this year with the $836 million being stripped out of research and development over the next 4 years, one cannot be terribly optimistic. I also just want to conclude by saying that all of this, of course, the Square Kilometre Array, the projects that are in place now, have very much depended on the delivery of the NBN and the delivery of fibre optic cable up into that Midwest region has been a boon not only for this project but has underpinned a huge fluorescence of new technologies in the Geraldton area, and that's another very positive spin-off for our community.